Welcome back to the Abundant Harvest Homestead. I'm Papa Pepper. Been taking hides off a deer for a number of years now, and I do that because I want to use the whole animal. Everything that animal can provide for me and my family, I want to do. I don't just want to hunt for meat. I'll use the sinews. I'll use this. I'll eat meat a lot of people would throw away. Got one deer hide there. This one here, and I'm learning a lot about it. I'm getting rather good at turning out a decent skin. I'm also working on some rawhide, different things. But years ago, I'd pull them off and have them, get them pretty well fleshed out and stuff, but then they'd just hang there and get hard. So I'm gonna see if I can rehydrate an old skin to bring it back the way it should have been in the first place. I guess I'm just gonna soak this one in the bathtub for a bit, see if it gets soft again, and if so, maybe retry the drying process to see if I can have it dry the way that I would like it to now, where it's not like a sheet of plywood. It's about 11:30 a.m. on day one when I'm adding it to the water. We'll see where we go from here. Honestly, I'm pretty optimistic a lot of times anyway, but this seems to be working really well. It's a ways off before it's fully rehydrated, but it seems to be heading in the right direction, and I'm gonna see where I can take it from here because I've got some old skins that I just kind of salted and put away. I knew there was value there. I knew I could do something with it. I just didn't know what to do or how to do it. If this works, oh, this is great. I'm gonna make like some vests for the family and some other things, but here's where it is at the moment. If you look at that there, I mean, we got a little bit to go, but compared to how stiff this was just a couple hours ago, and I'm not even sure of the time right now, and I guess it's about 3:30, so it's about 4 hours in, but I'm liking what I'm seeing. So far, I'm pretty impressed. This has been over a day now, but I'm gonna leave it for another one just to make sure. And then I'm gonna pull it out. But I also had like a pile of goat skins that were just salted years ago. That's all I did with them is I salted them. I didn't have a lot of skills at the time. So I got these big, beautiful goat skins. I think what I'm gonna do is stick them in here because they're gonna be part of my rehydration experiment. And so far, I mean, this is huge. First of all, that's a really good goat skin. But this is also going to add some salt to the water. I'm not sure if I'm going to add any alum. But I'm going to see if I can rehydrate these and see if I can get something to work with. And these are, oh, they're years old. They really are. They've been around for a while. Here's another one. Oh. These are kind of dirty too. Oh. Add some more water to make it deeper, and then also take this guy and put that on top to weigh him down. Obviously, if I'm going all in here, I'm kind of optimistic. I also have a couple other deer hides and some other goat skins and some sheep skins, 3 sheep skins too, that are just, they exist, but I'd like to do something more with them than just have them exist. So, on with the rehydration process. This guy though, looking good. Fur's still on good. It looks nice. Whoa. I'm thinking tomorrow I pull it out and see if I can work it in the drying process to make it where I want it to be. It has now been a couple days. This deer hide looks really good, but I'm really impressed with the goat skins. Really impressed. So this deer hide is still kind of leathery feeling. Still kind of hard and whatever, but these goat skins are like super soft. So what I'm gonna do, is fall off of a bucket, and after that, drain this water, rinse these out. Obviously there's quite a bit of salt and also dirt in here. And then I'm gonna begin the drying process and see how I work them as we dry. Yeah, what's this layer on here? Probably the salt and whatever coming off. We're gonna see if this rehydration experiment works or not in this rehydrating process. Since I got it wet right now, I mean, look at how dirty that goat skin was. It was like Boer. It's got the brown up there, but all that's just dirt. So I'm gonna try to wash it before I dry it. And they all got some spots on them. This one's just the dirtiest. So let's get you some Dawn dish soap, because that's really good at cutting grease. And we'll see if we can at least make it look nice before we dry it. This is actually the inside of it, but look at how dirty that water got from just one skin so far. No matter what, it's going to be better. So I just thought that was interesting, because that was clear water when I started washing this. Okay. These seem to be going really quick. I just took them out last night, so I'm going to pull them and stretch them and see how they do. See how loose they are. I'm looking a little more optimistic towards the goat skins, but we'll see. I kind of scraped these a bit and pulled and tugged them. This one I accidentally put a tear in. It can happen. I did it. But right now I just tumble dried them with no heat for a bit, and they are really, look at that. That one off the side. Look at that. They got a little bit to go. They're still moist, damp to the touch. And then I guess, look, that's actually pine sap. And some of it they got dirty. So that's what's going on there. But these are Boer, B-O-E-R, South African origin, meat goats. And these I could probably get back to white too. You can see that. This is where it was hanging, and I could probably pull and stretch and manipulate, but I will work on that here shortly. Really impressed with these. These are the goat skins, and all I did was salt them, and they've been sitting around for 3 or 4 years maybe, so not too bad. Let me see if I can let's take a look at that real quick. Maybe I'll see if I can get that line out. I did remove some, but it's so soft right now I don't want to tear a hole in it like I did the other one. I'm going to start off by saying this worked so much better than I ever thought possible. I've been gone for, man, maybe the past 3 days or so, plus some serious work days in between there, or right before that. So I just kind of had the family put my skins in the dryer on just a no heat air fluff tumble, just to kind of keep them working. This deer hide was like a sheet of plywood before. It just was. It was messed up. Some parts of it got back to pretty hard, but they're still malleable at this point. It's not completely dry yet, so I got some hope. And some of this stuff I started working a little more and then hitting with a little bit of sandpaper, and it feels like leather right now. Like, it feels like leather. I can't wait to continue to work this. And plus, for some reason, this was like really red compared to the deer I've been shooting this year, which are more dark brown gray, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, more dark brown and gray. So I'm gonna continue working this. And I'm not sure what solution I used to try to do this in the first place. But it's very different from the goat skins. And the goat skins, here's the little one. The goat skins, they did have that sap on them that was dirty, so there's still a dirty spot here, but I was able to pretty much comb it out and brush it out. But these ones had only been salted prior, and I just dumped a little bit of alum into the bathtub with them when I was rehydrating them. they had quite a bit of salt coming off of them, but right now, yeah, they're super flexible. And with a little working, these things should be able to be like sheepskin gloves. They're still a little damp. They're not done with the drying process yet, and I'm not done working them. But I wanted to kind of share the success, put this video out. So I will continue to work them. That's the little one there. Here's a bigger one, and this one had a lot more. I mean, that's a pretty decent thing. If I stand up here, I don't know. It doesn't really do it justice. It's huge. Decent sized meat goat. And like I said, I got that coat a lot cleaner than I thought would be possible. Got a lot of that sap out of there. And then here, this is just beautiful. It is so... I wouldn't think that this was, you know, darling, like a 3 or 4 year old skin that just sat there salted. But it's very nice. So I think I'm going to work on some projects to maybe make something special for some of the family. I've got 3 of these now, and like I said, I'm not even completely done, but compared to what they were, they're amazing, and I think I'm going to be able to work them really well. They're coming out really nice already, and like I said, impressed compared to what I started with. And that's one thing too, like, I'm not one to give up on things. So it seemed like an opportunity to put them to use. You know, my friend didn't want them. Gave them to me. I preserved them with some salt. And that was it for years. But with a little bit of effort now, looks like I'm able to turn them into something. So beautiful hides, beautiful skins. If the little kids weren't sleeping in the room, I'd pull out one of my... probably one of my best sheepskins and show you kind of how that looks. But this, I think, will be there pretty soon. And normally I don't use any oil or anything on them. This is the first time I actually sandpapered any. Was working with these. I do like that. I might put some neat's foot oil on here though, I'm not sure. And there's a couple places where there may be like a tear that I can stitch up. But super crazy. Just to learn I could take something like that, rehydrate it, and then actually work it. So I say success, absolutely. I'm blown away by how successful, and I'm looking forward to, I don't know, maybe making some vests or something for some of my other children. And with them being so white too, maybe they could dye them. Here's an example of a little whitetail vest I made for Bugger. You know, this was a smaller deer. Some of those bigger goats, that could work pretty good. And I'll see what I do with that red deer skin too. But that's that for this one. I got a couple other great skin projects coming up. I'm actually going to show you how to make a vest out of whitetail hide. I've got a process that I'm revitalizing of how to do the whole thing. I'm just putting more into it and getting a lot more out of it. I'm really excited about that. And then I also got a rawhide project, some different stuff with sinews. So we're taking things to another level. So if you're not yet, feel free to subscribe. We got some cool stuff coming, and whether you're subscribed or not, hit that thumbs up if you could. It'll help our channel put this out to more people and help us to grow, so we can continue to share. I'll see you next time. Papa out.